By the way, they missed a great opportunity to make Jar Jar Binks the evil villain. Did you know that was a thing? Actually makes me so sad that they screwed that up so royally. The most annoying character of all time could have been the best. Could have been the best redemption arc of all time, but then they cut all that shit out because everybody hated him. Very sad.
Yeah, it's like really ruined the best character of all time, in my opinion, to not make him the villain. They had a great arc.
He was solid.
Yeah,
he had great dialogue too. That character, boy, that was like top notch.
Yeah. Right, what do we got going on here? Void Spirit Ban. Okay, classic. You know what? I feel like that hero always makes it through. It's one of those ones that like everybody picks, but nobody bans it. It's funny to see him, and like you don't see him his little ban picture here. You know, it's rare to see this. Like for some reason, it always seems to get through. People don't mind playing against it.
I'd like to make an official complaint. The Void Spirit icon just doesn't really look like, when you pick Void Spirit, he does not look like an angry old man like that. It just looks like a very neutral, like that face right there. That's like a resting bitch face for Void Spirit, and it doesn't exist in the actual game itself. It's just you have this new anime coming out that's gonna bring all these new players, and you have something so deceiving like this. You have Mirana. It looks like she was made in fucking Minecraft, for God's sake. She looks way better in anime. Like,
5 seconds.
gotta get this stuff together.
Are there any cool old man heroes in Dota? Obviously, Coddle's not one of them. He's a disgusting pervert. But like, is there any actual like cool badass old man? I feel like that's the only.
Snapfire. Well, not a man, but
old gray. Okay, that's still got the
Snapfire's cool.
Got the senior representation there. I appreciate that. But he's got like the I don't know, like old samurai badass type vibes, and you just don't see it in game. I agree, it's bullshit.
Yeah, well, yeah, I would love to see that being represented in his actual model because I think it looks cool.
I agree.
5 seconds.
So
I'm surprised Witch Doctor made it through. Very surprised.
Yeah, he's like the last, outside of Enchantress, he's right up there for one of the best 5-position lane dominators. So a Husky favorite.
Fast.
He'll grab it up.
Jeez. Okay. I mean, I suppose you're kind of guaranteed, like, you know that there's a Rubik in this lane. You could just like outshove any offlaner. There's not really much that like dumpsters a Bloodseeker, especially with the Witch Doctor. That seems like a really powerful lane. I don't even know if you could like theory craft a lane that beats that. And they've got some really good combos between the heroes on Zoomers, like Bloodseeker Silence with Earthshaker stuns. He can gank with Storm. Like all of these heroes can pair together to kill people essentially, which is always nice. Same with Sadboys. Like Leshrac can gank with either the Enchantress or the Rubik. Give lift setup as well as the enchant setup. So pretty well-rounded draft so far, honestly, from both sides.
Is this a mid Lesh? Is there any other way to play him if it's not? I mean, I don't think I've seen support in a long time with Lesh.
You can off Lesh. I think off Lesh is fine, where you go for some like Greaves, Eternal Shroud, or like Pipe sort of scenario. I mean, you can also go for like the Travels, Bloodstone sort of thing, but then you're basically saying, hey, mid laner, I'm taking your farm for this whole game, which sometimes is okay.
All right, Wraith King.
5 seconds.
So Monkey King's still in the pool. I will be beyond shocked if that's not banned by Sadboys. Who else is good against? I mean, I don't know. How good is Ursa versus Wraith King, would you guys say? It is a strength hero. So he rips right through him.
I feel like it's going to be a almost guaranteed like a Bloodseeker carry. I just feel like with Sammy Boy.
Oh, you don't think this is offlane? Okay.
I don't think so. I don't see Brax playing the Bloodseeker too much. I mean, he can. Like, I'm absolutely certain he can. Brax can play anything. But Sammy Boy, one of his classic heroes is this Bloodseeker. It's like Bloodseeker Ursa. Those are the two Sammy Boy heroes.
I mean, you're probably right, but Brax, I'm pretty sure, played Bloodseeker in the DPC this season, at least once, as an offlane. I'd have to go back and see. But...
He did, yeah, he did.
So how do you think Bloodseeker scales late game these days as a position 1?
Pretty nicely. I mean, the Gleipnir is pretty sick with him because you can set up your silence. You have the attack speed from your Q, so you don't need attack speed from like a Mjolnir. So you can go for like a Gleipnir. And
Gleipnir? Sounds
whatever.
like you're choking on something when you say that.
Okay, you pronounce it then, mister. I speak Scandinavian or whatever the hell language this thing is in. Some Thor's hammer bullshit. Say it. What is it?
Gleipnir.
Oh, that's probably wrong. Come on.
You say Mjolnir too?
Mjolnir.
Jalapenos?
Oh.
They should add that as an item in Dota. There's like mangoes and shit.
Looking at
Yeah.
offlanes for either side here, whether it be playmaking or something to shut down the core, I would imagine you want something that has I mean, you have a fair amount of disable already on the side of Sadboys, but, you know, wouldn't hurt to have more to kind of assist in locking down something like the Storm.
Yeah, you can see Sadboys not entirely sure what this last pick is even going to be, like what position, because they ban both Monkey King and Timbersaw. Although Monkey King can be played offlane, that's a hero I have not seen Brax play personally. I'm sure he can. It just shows the, you know, how much flexibility you have with some of these heroes in the game now.
I would have said Tide is a really good pick for Zoomers, but it is of course banned. But like something to clear the skeletons would be really nice for them.
Oh, Underlord wouldn't be too bad, right?
Oh yeah, actually,
For
that's
Sadboys right here. Maybe either.
both teams.
Yeah.
I think Underlord is great. Okay, Beastmaster. It's similar. It's a similar thought process, like some zone control hero. Okay,
Oh, they're
yeah,
greedy. Okay, yeah, it is.
it is a Bloodseeker offlane.
Wow. Okay. All right. Well, kind of take. It's kind
I
of
know
a
my boy Brax. I
last
know
second
him.
here to digest the 10
I've met him in
picks.
real life, Jenkins. Okay, we
Well,
talk to each other
Will you back
sometimes.
Brax on this draft for 4 Zoomers?
Ooh, this is a tough one. I'll go with 4 Zoomers, but I don't think it's going to be a stomp either way. It'll be a good game.
Jenkins?
I'm gonna agree with that. I feel like just based on the play. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go Sadboys. I'm actually gut feeling their draft a lot more in this one. I don't see the Zoomers draft like snowballing like they did last game.
All right. We're split here at the panel. Let's hear what the casters have to say after a break. We have Trent and we have GoDz bringing you the coverage.
And we're back for Sadboys versus Team 4 Zoomers. Game number 2. I'm GoDz. Joining me is Trent. How's your day been so far, Trent?
Zoom. It was better after that game. First game, you know, casting today. So excited to watch some more Dota, some more NA Dota, and hoping that this one is. I mean, last game was competitive, but you know, the Owl kind of got away from things. I feel like we didn't have any like really big team fights. I'd love some big team fights this game, not just Alk Swift blinking on one guy.
This feels a little bit less like a just, you know, let's sit back and wait for this one guy to get super farmed. I mean, there is a PA, but I don't feel like that's the overall game plan for 4 Zoomers necessarily.
She's along for the ride. Yeah, they had some pretty good Sammy Boy plays the other night with the Brax Dazzle.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god. That's the whole chat I've seen. Any response, Peter?
I'm waiting for it,
Anything?
yeah. What's going on?
I'm aged like a fine wine. I don't know, something.
I apologize. It wasn't even particularly a good or clever insult. It was just it was so unexpected.
You're up a game and you're just dropping shit on PPD.
Oh.
Anything? Nothing?
So
He probably has
you
them
know,
all muted, let's be honest.
True. You know, we've got Nox here doing stats. I'm just hoping we can get some stats about the most tipped player, because I'm pretty sure PPD is probably up there as one of the most tipped players, but something tells me we don't keep track of that.
Yeah, I don't think so. Probably for the best, you know. But I remember when they were first introduced, he was a big target.
Well, we're going to see how things settle here. It is going to be a Shaker Bloodseeker offlane, Storm versus Lesh mid, and we've got the PA playing up against the Beastmaster Rubik lane with a Witch Doctor support. So, anything kind of standing out as far as these lanes go?
No, I think we're just getting the standard setup here, right? The offlane Bloodseeker, it still rears its ugly fangs every once in a while. Not nearly as popular as it once was with all the nerfs and stuff, but hey, you got to respect 120 pure damage at level 1, right?
It really feels like the strength of the offlane Bloodseeker is very much that level in Blood Right. And I think the versatility, because there are so many different items you can go on the hero when it's in the offlane role. But
Yeah, and you know, last time Brax was dazzling for the PA. This time he's going to be able to buffer up in other ways. I'll just like buff himself up. So, and he did lose his courier though. I thought it might get away, but PVD's just. Oh no, Peter, the micro. Oh, ooh. Ocean didn't seize his moment there, so his courier will get away.
yeah, I'm surprised Ocean didn't go for it. He's easily got the movement speed to chase it down. No harm, no foul. DPD just getting zoned away. He wanted to make sure he gets off that pull because that's a big camp pull, which is going to deny a couple of creeps here. And Fear is in trouble. There's a fissure block into a blood right. I believe it's going to clip him. You betcha. That's a first blood.
That was nice. The body block. Man, they just got handled in the first minute down here. Like, that was... Everything was bad. Oh, he's going to get that big creep, too. Oh, Ocean's game right now. He's got a Wild Wing Ripper kill. He's voice lining.
And that pull, I think, denied at least 2 creeps, maybe even 3 melee creeps, so... Bit of a problematic start, for sure.
Oh, look at that. Zoomers and Sadboys both have 46 unique heroes in the DPC. Tied for first place. Well, hopefully we'll get a game 3 to settle things here, you know? We'll get a fresh hero picked up.
You know, for all the talk from Moon about them being cheesers, I saw Undying at the low end of the heroes picked there, so, I don't know what that says about their hero.
Yeah, quality over quantity, you know? That's all.
Well, we'll see if these lanes can settle down, particularly this bottom lane, off to a bad start for Sadboys, giving up that first blood, and that's going to allow, you know, a lot of early game items to come out into play, some boots for the Bloodseeker to go with his orb.
Oh, you know what just happened? The neutral just got Sammy's courier. It wasn't snaking,
Oh.
and that had his
Classic.
wand and his orb on it.
Oh dear. Even without it, they're putting some pressure on Snake King, but he's got a salve here.
I think I had tangos too, man. Those neutrals. I don't know, Valve. Should neutrals be allowed to kill couriers? Because sometimes it's kind of random. Those Vools, man, they are the nasty ones.
Yeah. It's like you say, it's just kind of random when it happens, it feels like.
Yeah, it's not like, you know, I guess theoretically you can just walk away from the camp if you want to prevent it. Maybe that's where we're at.
Yep.
We can't even convince players to micro their couriers ever since we got 5 of them, so I don't think we're convincing them to walk away from farm.
Well, that's going to make PA's life a little bit harder. Taking a look at some of these other lanes. Storm and Lesh, pretty even so far. As Gunnar gets up in the DNM's face. It looks like Gunnar with the earlier bottle. DNM gets his now, and we'll see if either team can secure the 4-minute room. Back up top, Husky pulled back in, and it's going to be a kill going the way of Sadboys.
That basically just happened because of the attempted pull. Yeah, Dota's just so wonderful. Like, all the little things. It's like, they attempt the pull, which makes them play forward. Sameboy has to get off the dagger, so then, of course, that pulls up Husky, so then he's the one who just gets gone. They don't try and contest and, like, re-pull the camp or anything. They just instantly kill the Witch Doctor. So, on the one hand, Husky's happy because, yeah, the wave got under the tower, and the next one's going to, too, because the boar missed its pull, but good kill.
Oh,
either
nice
way.
from DNM. Denies the rune. He wasn't going to get there in time, but he forced him to step away to dodge the stun, and then he just denied it. That was a really sick play. Won't get the kill on Ocean, but he made sure that Storm, who went the right direction for the rune, wasn't able to bottle it. So we'll have to wait for the 5-minute rune instead.
Yeah, a bit rough on the kill attempt, unfortunately. He doesn't have any boots, so hard to keep up with the Shaker. Was Fear looking any better down here? Not really. And, well, as I say that, he's stuck.
Yeah. Great fissure placement. And the Quelling Blade being on cooldown. He couldn't eat the tree that was blocking his way. Ocean even surviving through it all will just TP his way back home. Pick up some Tranquil Boots. And yeah, Brack's having a really good lane down here.
Man, not a whole lot Peter can do about this either. Gonna let him go.
I'm curious, you know, we saw DNM lead, had that game where he had the highest kills in the NDPC. How do you think he's done? Because he's, you know, not like he's only adjusted into this mid lane. Has he kind of stood out as a promising NA player to you? Lived up to some of the hype?
I think Husky's good. Maybe.
Oh.
Snake
Maybe Snake King's one dead.
Cask.
Yeah. Another dagger.
That orb.
Oh, Snake King.
Oh no. Oh wait. Maybe it was worth.
The double kill. Sammy Boy tanking tower. Blur. Okay.
No, he's definitely stood out. I think it's we don't really have, you know, we always talk about like the lack of upcoming talent and stuff, so pretty exciting. Oh, nice Fisher stun there from Ocean. That's going to guarantee Gunnar gets out. He was probably okay with a lot of armor, but just in case.
A lot of heroes converging on this mid lane. 6 minutes rune coming up, of course. That's often why Radiant's going to glyph the creep wave as Gunnar is not level 6. He needed that creep to hit level 6. That's why he dropped the remnant on the creep wave.
Oh my god.
And he's just going to die here. He didn't hit 6. He's trying to get it now. He gets it just in time. He pulls in. He goes with DNM Gunnar! Oh, what a sick play. He's going to die, it looks like. He can't get the bounty rune. And Moo, can he keep up? He doesn't have boots. Gunner, one Corpor hit will slow him down. They'll get the kill, but that was sick from Gunner.
That was big plays.
It was cool because it was big plays from both teams. Sadboys glyphed the wave to stop him getting his level 6 when he remnanted, and then he comes back, kills a creep, and falls in for a kill. That was just awesome play both sides.
Yeah, good thing Moo was there, or else that would have been even more disastrous. Actually escaping after that, but able to cover for the bounty rune in the end.
Pull back top. Husky, he's in trouble.
That's gonna get walked on down. DNAM does, Gunner rotates up here.
And Moot tried to TP in the trees, but Gunner found them with the Vortex to cancel it, and now they're going to lose 2 here, it looks like. Gunner says, I can come in and steal this one. Uses up his entire mana pool, so he's got to be a little bit careful, but has bottle charges, and he wants to go for another here. Drops a run on the high ground, he's going to pull PPD back into it. Another dagger is going to secure the kill.
Excuse
Sammy
me?
Boy uses the blur nicely.
We have a 4-1-0 Storm Spirit now at 7 minutes.
Yeah, oh, is he trying to take over that DNM record? Get 22 kills?
I think so. I mean, this is one of those heroes you really don't want this to happen with. And now he can just retreat back to the jungle there too for a little while when he builds up his first items.
Yep. Be a sentry trade in the mid lane, Ocean lingering around. Trying to see if he can set much up, but...
He's almost level 8 now too. Sometimes Storm has like a bit of a rough lane and he ends up jungling a lot, which of course is going to impact your position 1 because it just means you don't have a space maker playing it on the map. But with the stack Gunner is having, I imagine he's going to be active fairly early, and that's great news for Brax because he wants that assistance.
8-minute rune going to spawn bottom for Gunner, so gets the bottle refill, and we'll see top rune. Husky was trying to, secure/deny a rune, and that just leads to Sadboys getting a freebie kill, but not a major pickup.
They're making their way back down bottom again. But it is spotted by a ward. Unfortunately, they didn't actually see Gunner, so he might just play for the Fisher, and that could result in Fear's death. He's already taken the point on the reincarnation, though.
His Curry just got sniped with phase boots coming out, so yeah, has the reincarnation. He's going to die at least once. Do they stick around to kill him a second time? Without any TPs in, they may go for this. They have a rupture and everything. They're going to commit it. He has got a teleport scroll, but I don't think he's got an opportunity to use it here, so...
Yeah, everyone but PPD had TP, but they just didn't think they could do it.
Yeah, usually that's the perfect bait for Wraith King. It's like, okay, use your reincarnation, but it buys so much time for everyone to TP respond.
Oh, the fairy trigger. All right, Gunner's game actually can't get any better than right now.
Yeah, that's huge.
They just need the possessed mask for their PA, and this game's over.
Yeah. Well, I guess what Radiant were doing by not TPing is pressuring the map, because they took the top tier 1 tower easily, and they're already pressuring mid with Edict and a Beastmaster. They push incredibly fast. Necrobook coming up too. This tower is just dead.
Very true.
That's
that was the
very
trade.
quick towers.
And Skeleton King, he's got the Arcana, so it counts. He's someone who can recover very easily with the in the jungle. Like you still get these 16-minute armlet into whatever or radiance just by pressing the skellies all over the map. So if you die again, that combo is really hurting.
Yeah.
He'll just stand his ground. There's no storm zipping in or anything. Be all right.
Definitely starting to feel like, he may have to consider going over to his Triangle, even though he maybe can't. He can formations when he gets the skeleton stacks, but doesn't feel like the safest place for him to be. Speaking of not so safe, in the mid lane, Snaking in some trouble as he gets jumped, and I believe he wasted his smoke there as well. As PPD going to be the next target. Gunner dodges the splitter. Nicely played from him. Gunner just wreaking havoc with the Ocean Echo Slam. They're going to secure the kill on DNM as well. Gunner is just popping off.
You guys kill towers, we'll kill heroes. See how that all ends up in the wash. Wonder if Husky gets the tome now. I think Ocean popped it already. He's already level 6. Oh, he does. Nice. Position 5 getting the tome. As a Witch Doctor, this feels really good. Because you're a kill hero, right? Like, you go ulti people, they just die. There's actually still enough time on this ulti that he can get this tome, and they can hunt down Fear if he sticks around here. So that's just going to fully force him north to the triangle.
Yeah, they have these deep wards. They're invading. Gonna force Fear out. He shows himself in the mid lane, so we'll see if Four Zoomers make a play. They're level 10 Storm Spirit. Holy cow. Gunner is looking scary.
Good fade bolt there from Snaking just to pull that off the tower, though. Make sure there won't be any more pressure with the siege. And now they're going to do the vertical split on the map, and they're smoking after them. They're on the chase. They don't want Snaking.
Yeah, this DNM Leshek, though, is perhaps an appealing kill to get if they can find it.
Oh, they had a ward watching the unblurred PA move towards mid, so DNM doesn't think anyone's coming up here right now. The Hawk might save him.
Jump. Task is there. They throw the Death Ward to be safe, and PPD comes a little bit too close as well. It's going to be an extra kill for them. Gunner gets that one. Monster kill. 9-1-1.
Make it look so free, and now they want to make that really quick play into the mid lane here. They want to take this tower, because they don't have the best push, especially right now in the game, but I saw some pings coming out. Hard tower to take.
Yeah.
Fisher just to hold them back, though. I mean, you don't even need kills. Just try and bully them away from the tower, but the waves run out. The skeletons are coming through, too. It's going to take several attempts to get this, but the amount of kill threat they have on their heroes is well worth this lack of push, I think, at least in this point in the game.
It seems like let's just force him to come defend it with a couple of heroes. Anything to annoy them. Help Ocean work towards his Blink Dagger as well. He's at 1,500 gold, so he is getting pretty close to it.
Wow. 9 kills at 12 minutes is a all-time record tied. That's very impressive. He's going after that record. Oh, smoke instantly popped.
Gunner just going to ball out. They're going to maybe throw... Oh, Husky thought he was throwing away his life there, but in the end it was Sadboys who are a little unsure about what's going on. Ocean would be the kill that they want to get here, and they'll get it without even him using a single spell. So full retreat coming in from Sadboys here as they don't have their PA's farming. I mean, similar story for Sadboys. Both teams have their carry farming, but it looks like Forzoomer is just less equipped to fight.
Still missing that last neutral. Getting a little unlucky with the spawns. I feel like I've seen them hit them plenty. I gotta know if it's a possessed mask. Way too satisfying. Sandboy just can't find it. Boo.
I guess I don't have a great Arcane Ring hero. Shaker will be pretty happy because he's got the Tranquil Boots. Yeah.
Oh, the supports love it. Supports never get the tier 1 items.
I mean, even the Arcane Ring, I feel like often goes to cores because it's a pretty damn good tier 1.
They just want to farm with it.
Yeah, exactly. It's a farming item for some heroes. Gunner jumps in. Does not have the damage. He gets lifted. Has an illusion. Repulses it.
Oh my god.
Falls away.
Are you serious? This guy, dude. This guy just taunts his way out of there after illusion dodging the Wraithfire Blast. Yeah, okay. All right. You're cool.
It was almost like he made a play for a kill that he had 0 chance of getting just so he could kind of do a swag play to get out of there.
And TPs again, they want to pressure these lanes, so you're just trying to delay that in your own way. This will be a tier 2 for a tier 1. And there's no blink finished up yet on Ocean, so there's no real threat on this tier 2 up top. They are definitely getting the benefits out of their lineup right now in Sadboys.
Yeah. It seems like Forzoomers are happy with this trade. They're probably going to be like, okay, we're going to lose our outpost here, but, there's no... The 20-minute mark is far away. We're not going to lose that XP for some time. For a potential Roche, it could be bad because you don't have that TP location, but they have a lot more access to that Radiant side of the map with that tier 1 mid gone.
Who has now lost all purpose in existence. Thinking of tier 2 before even getting your Necro 3 is impressive and almost a little disappointing. Look behind, but there's the smoke up. They're going on the hunt. Once more.
This Necro 3, they just summon it off cooldown, and they were going to be able to de-ward their jungle with it, although they did run past an Observer Ward. Which
Ocean?
Yeah,
hey
Ocean is gonna go for an Echo Slam in the middle. The Necrobox sets up for Gunner to go in. Moose is gonna die without using a Roar. Great play from Forzoomers to take the fight. Somehow, Shaker was just able to run on in, and Brax is so damn fast, DNM can't keep on top of him. Gunner gonna look to finish off PPD. Does not quite have the attack speed, but he's got the ball lightning damage.
Oh, now DNM Yules into the Blood Right. On.
Triple kill.
Oh my god, Gunner. 12-1-1.
Yeah.
That was sick. Everything just went perfect. It's like it's a Necro is there, so he just goes for the Echo Slam, and they throw down a Blood Right. A Cask bounce to keep 2 of the heroes on the edges of the Blood Right still stuck inside, so they get silenced up too, and then they just wipe them.
It was a weird, like, I think Forge Movers knew they were rotating there because their observer would saw the Necrobook because they didn't. He cast the Necrobook after the smoke, but Shaker just like walked in the middle of 5 heroes and somehow got a good Echo Slam off.
Sadboy, despite being fairly active, I mean, 1-0-5, he's got his Battle Fury figured out at 16 and a half alongside that Orb of Corrosion, so just a balance of helping the team out as well as keeping your farm levels up.
He's a full 2 levels ahead of Fear and good 1,200 net worth ahead as well. Fear stopping off at the Armlet before the Radiance, so it'll be quite some times before we see that Radiance pickup.
That one's always such a tough call. I still don't really know what the right answer is.
Yeah, I play a bit of carry, but for me, I feel like when I see Armlet on Wraith Kings, it's generally a bad sign.
Yeah, it feels like he felt pressure to join his team, which he did a couple times, but he didn't find a single fight with it. All he found was like, okay, now they definitely don't want to fight us. Well, in some sense, there's value there, but it does slow down your Radiance by quite a bit. All right, well, Ocean still eyeing up the Shard. I'm actually a little surprised by that. Like it's substantially weaker now. Maybe there's a lot more value in it though when you know that they want to pressure and like push into your lineup.
They don't have any heroes that can really get on top of the Shaker, so he just sits in the back, Fissure, Totems, like, you know, he's guaranteed going to get that chain stun off, but like you say, it is a lot weaker. So Fear being that front liner, they are going to poke at him. Wraith Fire Blast does not get dodged this time, Gunner. Going to get the Vortex out, the Yules into a Split Earth combo. Is there Gunner in trouble? He may just die here. Well, not a very swaggy play from Gunner that time. I thought he, you know, was setting something up for his team, but that's, you know, he just loses Bloodstone charges.
Yeah, I don't know. He must have been thinking Ocean was going to jump. I don't know what happened to the communication there, because there should have been a jump in by someone. And maybe Ocean got hit by like an Edge Creep or something, because there's no way he's not jumping in there. I guarantee he wants to.
Well, that's
that
going to set up
really
Sadboys
bad.
get Roche. Yeah.
That's like super bad stuff there. And that's a pub storm too right there. That's what that is.
Oh, big swing going Sadboys' way. They'll get themselves Roshan for, imagine, the Leshrac. They get rid of some Bloodstone charges. They end the streak. Unfortunately, the gold goes PPD's way, but, you know, not the end of the world. Suddenly you've got a very rich Enchantress.
Nice. Oh, can I get the Shard? I don't know if you saw the some guy tested if you have illusions with the Shard, the tendons work on the illusions for some reason. So there you go. If that's ever necessary, guys, and you want Manta Ench.
That was my first thought. I was like, do you get, you know, if you get that Illusionist cape later on as well?
Yeah, CK's on your team, some illusion runes. You get some heal bots going. I'd like to see the Sproink. I'm not sure. I think I've had one game where I've ever even seen that in competitive.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Yeah, it feels like one of the more underwhelming acceptors.
Oh, with all these Alchemist games, it'll come soon enough. Gunner's on the redemption arc story. You know, he's that was the part of the movie where the breakup occurs and you get kind of sad. So he needs the uplifting part now again, where he goes back to getting Bloodstone charges.
Okay.
And, you know, gets the love interest. Life's all good again. You probably need a little bit more tragedy first, though. I'm envisioning another major death to really pull him down.
Have to create the fully compelling narrative, you know.
Unless we're in a comeback story movie, because then maybe this was just the beginning. This was the turning point. They took down the big storm. They're rallying around this Aegis. Maybe this is Sadboy's story here. We don't know until the anime comes out in like a month.
Well, I don't know if many of these heroes feature in the anime. At least I have not seen them in the trailer.
That's very true.
So this is maybe season 2, season 3, which apparently is happening. Yeah, prequel. Okay. This is if you want to know what happens before the anime begins, tune into this specific game.
I just can't wait till the last episode of the anime where some guy's playing DK at TI.
is under attack.
Yeah, I wonder
pull
if
it all
TI
together.
features. Yeah. Is TI even going to be in the anime?
Well, you know, it's in the end, it's like a bad soap opera. It was a dream. None of this happened. You know, gonna be good. Can't wait to see anime gods on the panel. It's gonna be hype.
You know, the puppets weren't enough. We have to turn Dota talent
That was
into...
just the beginning.
You know, soon enough, we're not going to be needed if we're just being turned into anime figures, puppets, and, you know, all these
We
other
are definitely
things.
outdated at this point. Once the anime's out, yeah, they don't want to see us anymore. We're gonna be VTubers soon.
Oh, yeah. That's the future. Who's going to be the first VTuber professional esports commentator? It's going to be a thing.
I just assume it would be Slacks, but he's working on Arkosh. He's halfway there. He didn't get the V part of it. He just made real fake people. He just threw on some costumes and was like, oh, wait, hold on. That's digital? I thought they were all wearing masks.
Yeah.
All right, Sadboys, you've invaded. You've taken over the enemy triangle. They're not here, it turns out, but what are they getting with this Aegis right now? They're controlling bottom lane. They're trying to ensure mid doesn't push out, but that Storm Spirit's very annoying.
Is under attack.
I guess I'll give them these last couple outer towers. You know, sticking around top, unless they're going to go for a high ground push, which into Shaker plus Storm sounds like a terrible idea. Playing this bottom side of the map and getting these towers probably makes a lot more sense.
This is a risky play to try without Bloodseeker.
I imagine he's
They're
going to be
going
TPing in. But they also see Fear does not have the Radiance
Well, this
yet,
Hawk,
so...
though. This Hawk.
Okay, they see him coming in. They're going to glyph it up. Storm jumps in first. They're going to grab TPD. That's going to be a dead Enchantress. Can they get more? It's an Aegis Leshrac, but they may just try and kill him twice here on the backline. Sphere's gone in deep. I don't know if he's got any backup whatsoever. They may just have to leave him to die here. The rest of Sadboys is like watching Fear from nearby, but like they're wondering like, what the hell do we do here? Gunner, does he have a Vortex? You betcha.
Oh my god.
And a Fissure catches everybody.
Where were they TPing?
Oh, I don't know. Those were some of the longest TPs I've ever seen. And it's going to be 6 dead. 7 dead if you can count the Reincarnation and the Aegis.
I am shocked. And
Watching that fight,
how
I
did
was
that
like,
happen when
zoomed
you
out?
had the Hawk vision? I thought Fear had a blink with where he died. I had to check his inventory.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
They were, I mean, I think Dire just caught him completely by surprise. They were smoked up. They had a ward. PPD tries to deward it, just gets picked off, and then they weren't on the same page because Wraith King dove past the tower while his teammates were just like 1,000 range away watching him.
Oh man, that feels awful. Oh my goodness. That was total discombobulation right there. Oh man, I would just be like I'm just walking into the base right now. I can hear the silence in the voice comms. Man. That does not happen very often, guys. Wait, like a push like that holding Aegis and you actually just get they didn't even do damage to the Zoomers. Did they even cast spells? Like actually.
Yeah, no, I agree. I don't think they actually did. Wraith King, maybe there was like a Wraith Fire Blast. That was about the only spell I saw.
Very unfortunate. The Sadboys. Well, time to. I guess this is the anime, so this is good. They really needed the down and out moment. So now whoever wins, it's a comeback story. It's fine. It's all good. But more accurately, this game's been in the Zoomers' control for the large majority. It's looked very good for them. Obviously, that's going to put it way back in their good graces. As really all they have to look forward to now is defensive items on Storm and the next Aegis.
Yeah, I think the thing with the Zoomers is like they made that one mistake, but overall they're playing more solidly. It just so happened that their mistake was a very costly one because it led to Roshan and a Sadboy swing, but kind of picked up, you know, where things were earlier on in the game now with a 9k gold lead and sitting pretty.
All right, well, what's your plan right now? I mean, obviously, just get the Radiance. That's priority number 1 right now, if you're the Sadboys. Get that done. Snake King is angling for perhaps a blink, and maybe some parts of an Ags if he has to. Who's just pushing bottom, almost on the Solar Crest. What does a good team fight for Sadboys look like? I guess it's like a Fissure Steel.
Radiant's top
Yeah,
tower
feels like Rubik is going to be most of their team fight. They'll have this
fortified.
chunky Wraith King in the front lines, and they need Rubik to make some big plays with the steals. They need a Leshrac BKB who can also go charging in, I imagine.
And even then, he's going to have to contest with Sammy Boy. I mean, Sammy Boy's got a 10-second BKB, so what are they going to do about that? You know, you just basically got to get lucky with Fear.
And if this PA gets, well, it's going to get to a Basher very quickly, but to an Abyssal Blade, suddenly that like BKB Leshrac is just going to melt.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Well, Aegis or not, the Zoomers are feeling comfortable heading to the high ground with this Solar Crest on Sammy Boy.
They get the vision. They see no one's here with the Blood Riot, so they're just going to keep on pushing. And
That's the one
TPD's
away.
like, I'm going to need some help for this one. TP's coming. 4 Zoomers are just going to back off, play around their ward. No way for Sadboys to really chase after them without pushing into a high ground where they're probably going to get eaten alive.
Husky's had this queued up for a while, but he actually just bought the gem straight up, so they want to keep an eye on this Hawk vision.
Tower is under attack.
Trying to ensure that they don't get caught by surprise. And I think with the lead they have, this can give them a very comfortable positioning for the rest of the map.
Mid lane, they've caught the Shaker though, a little bit out of position. Ocean
Great start.
gonna go down.
That's the kind of thing they need. Now they need to somehow get more aggressive, though. And yeah, instantly blows up Peter. Okay, cool. Cool.
Yeah, just PA things, not even hitting that level 20 yet.
Was that a right click or just a dagger?
It was a
Must have been a right click.
blink. It was 2 right clicks. He got like a right click, then he got a crit. Long ball in from Gunner. Goes on DNM, who is dewarding. Takes out the Necro books, and we'll see if 4 Zoomers stick around, but they've kind of lost control of this high ground with their ward getting dewarded. What's PA getting? Yeah, PA gets the -3 armor corruption. Didn't seem like a mega value game for the evasion.
I guess he's not really worried about Fear hitting him anyway. Man, I don't think Fear's going to get an MKB. Maybe he thinks he will.
Yeah. It's a lot of evasion, considering, you know, nobody's going to get an MKB on the Radiant side. It helps against Beastmaster and his summons, but...
Yeah. You know, if they just die, then they can't hit you. So that armor
Exactly.
corruption can take you that way.
It feels like if he's dying, it's to the magic burst and, like, the chain disables, like Rubik
Right.
plus Leshrac.
Yeah, mostly
And a
Lich
roar.
for sure.
So, you want to kill this Lesh as quickly as possible, that's the way to go, and Sammy Boy now has a Basher to go with all of his items.
And Gunner has the Lincoln's finished up here, so all of their initiation disable, short of a stolen Rubik spell, is going to be single target.
Here we go. Tier 3 neutral items. Orb of Destruction, not on the dire side. I'm sure Sammy Boy would love an Orb of Destruction, as Sadboys have taken over this dire side of the map, but imagine 4 Zoomers are going to do the same over on the Radiant side.
I'm kind of surprised he can just hit that tower. Yeah, they get the ping off, like, hey man, just hit this thing. They're not here. Gone.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
But at the same time, Sadboys, they're pushing up that bottom tower, you know, sending the creeps. They're kind of cautiously optimistic about their positioning.
I don't think they want to put anyone, even Fear going into the high ground, he can just get kind of blown up twice, theoretically. And they're going for Roche!
Oh,
Radiant don't
no.
see this coming. Was this a fast Roche respawn?
It was like a minute. It wasn't super fast. Yeah, they're going to be too late, though. They had the thought. I mean, ooh, Storm. Zips mid, but once again, they really don't have a way of picking him off. Short of, like, some sort of a Yule's pop into, like, telekinesis setup, maybe, would be great. They can sync that up, and that might allow them to get off the roar. But not going to be easy, and I don't know, man. I don't think the Zoomers really want to play this game much longer.
Yeah, they're looking to get out. Unfortunately, they didn't find any neutral items at the Radiant Ancients, but they'll push high ground without them. Radiant threatening high ground with some skeletons, but they realize very quickly they have to get back to defend. But this melee Rax is going down fast. It forces a glyph here as a lift into Wraith Fire Blast.
He doesn't have it. Oh my god. Team, please. It's not the Aegis.
That's not the Aegis here. That's just a dead PA.
You gotta respect new Rubik. That was not respecting new Rubik. That was the problem right there. Because that telekinesis range is just insanely huge.
And they've got a follow-up on Husky, so another pickoff goes their way. Imagine PA's going to be taking this Titan Sliver they just picked up. That may have saved his life if he had it then.
Yeah, potentially.
Gunner, gotta be a little careful.
Like Storm Spirit players, you know. Well, I'm the best Aegis hero in the game. Well, are you gonna stand there and hit the tier 3? Yeah, you gonna go punch the racks? A little unfortunate. Wow, look at Ocean. He is keeping this pressure on. They're over on the dire side of the map, and he's gonna get the creeps up into the base for one hit. Not even. Rough.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
It's going to be 4 bounty runes going Sadboys' way as well, so, you know, this is an anime. It's very unclear who the protagonists are right now. Both teams having a bit of a back-and-forth game. Not quite a comeback yet, but definitely signs that Sadboys could turn this one around.
Well, when your entire lead is basically tied up in the PA, and it's a bit rough when she just gets 100-0'd like that.
Dire's middle tower
You know, that blur, though,
Yeah.
that could have been something.
Definitely where one fissure still could change this game entirely. Gunner just snipes, pretends to snipe at the back lines. Not sure what he's thinking there. Sammy Boy is there with a fissure to back him up. They go in fear, but the roar comes into play. They may actually lose the PA again. Oh boy. Once again, PA dies without using the BKB, and Husky in the mid lane is in all sorts of trouble. We'll get a cast off, but Sadboys are just finding these pickoffs.
Dire's middle
Sammy Boy definitely has a pattern of this. This is very common in the games that I watch with him, where he manages to find these moments where he just he gets blown up. He's not one to pop the early BKB, that's for sure. I mean, he got Wraith Fire Blast by a Wraith King, so he was not planning on hitting that thing. But,
He's definitely one of those players where you can see the potential there, but sometimes it feels like the inexperience can get to him because, you know, he's like, what, top 5 MMR in NA, or top 10 at least? Like, incredibly talented, but sometimes in these big high-pressure matches, he makes those slip-ups.
I think it's like how Jenkins described it. It's like the big min-max, or like the big... It's kind of greed. It's not like gold greed. It's like pushing my hero to the absolute limit greed. And it feels like that's what he does a lot of the time.
And probably a lot of it comes when you play a lot of pubs. You know, probably 9 times out of 10, you get away with that in pubs, and you learn that it's better to min-max, but in professional games, you've got to kind of treat your opponents differently.
You got to assume that Wraith Fire Blast is going to get you chain stunned to death. And which it most certainly did. I mean, I actually can't believe he just got blown up again. That is, that's a rough one for them. But, I mean, it helps Fear a lot for sure, but it's still kind of tough for them to follow up on a lot of this stuff. Like you feel kind of bad, but like, what are the odds that's going to happen a third time?
It could. They've still got an Aegis on 4Zoomer's side, which it's kind of hard to believe considering it seems like Sadboys have been in control for the last 2 to 3 minutes. They've turned a 12k gold lead into a 4k gold lead.
Oh, they're smoking out. Trying to bait Sammy. Go in, bud. I'm expecting the Gunner Bomb pretty soon here to just like chuck his body away. I think that's what they're going to do.
They've only got 30 seconds left on this ace. They go in fear once. They want to try and kill the Wraith King twice maybe here. Sammy Boy goes in, gets roared during the BKB. Does get Lotus here. Sammy not doing a whole lot of damage. Needs a new target. He blinks onto the last strike. He's trying to get those crits. He doesn't quite have enough damage to kill off DNM. The Storm's going to zip on over. Storm used up his entire mana pool. He's got to be careful. The Aegis expiring in 10 seconds time. They will kill DNM. Rax once more. Should be able to chase down Mu here. And they've managed to kill off 3 Sadboys heroes. And no way for moving it out. They've got a Yules. Move will be going on down. Gets the Necropoke out and whoa! The Aegis regen gets him an extra kill. Gunner, who was out of mana, found a +1, and that's 5 dead suddenly. Back the other way.
All according to plans, this name. Yes, I've lulled you into a false sense of security of leaving your side of the map, and then we just clean you up once again. So, well, I said I wanted team fights this game, but honestly, there haven't really been a lot of team fights. It's just been someone dies or an entire team just kind of dies. There's not a whole lot of back and forth happening here. No
like
rhythm.
They're trading team wipes because one team loses a hero and one pick seems to turn into 5.
I believe there's still an Echo, but Ocean is not here. He's back in the base dealing with some creeps.
Yeah. There has not really been an Echo Slam this game, apart from the blinkless Echo we saw in that Radiant jungle.
Yeah.
Has a Shadow Blade now on Ocean, so hoping to use that to make some big plays. Not the easiest item to, I feel like, maneuver around a fight if the Necrobook is there, so he's going to have to still be pretty careful, I imagine.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that one. I mean, I like the percent-based movement speed bonus when you have Tranquils. That's cool.
Yep.
That's the best I got.
Here we go, Sadboys. Is it their turn to win a fight? They're posturing as if it is. Now, you know bounty runes are coming up soon, and their vision is giving them full control of the top side of the map.
Oh yeah, where'd that gem ever wind up? I have no idea.
Good question. Sammy Boy jumps in with the fissure to back him up. has the Lincoln Sphere on him, and now he pops the BKB. Great Vortex with the Acceptor, pulls in 3, takes them all out, forces some immediate buybacks. Fury's only got 1 life left. He gets the roar out onto Sammy Boy, though, and Sammy Boy, without a BKB, may just be done here. Husky doesn't quite have the damage. Fury's ruptured, though. He's going to die a second time. Oh, I don't think he realized he had the rupture on him. Another Axe Vortex, catches 3, into an Echo Slam. Ocean with the perfect combo. Absolutely slams him down. And they're going to get a full team wipe. That's going to be like 7, 8 kills with the buybacks going the way of 4 Zoomers. Demolished.
Giant distraction, the Phantom Assassin. You know, it was just Gunner all along that they've been waiting for. Yeah. Very well done. I mean, he got a lot of damage off before he died anyway, that time from Sammy Boy, so very valuable contributions. And Gunner, he's been working on that eggs for quite a while. And you love to see that combo between the Storm, the Bloodseeker, and the Earthshaker. It's just devastating.
2-in-1 fight. Gunner just, found the perfect opening to get those Vortexes off. They'll go for the throw. They want the GG. Only Leshrac has a buyback, and I don't know if there's a whole lot D&M can do about this. These tier 4s will buy them some time, and it looks like instead they're gonna get cold feet and just go for the megas.
So slow for them to Sammy Boy being here. Brax does have the gem by the looks of it, so managed to find it after all that chaos.
Yeah, they really do push slow. They'll get a melee Rex up top. They're still trying to get bottom as well. This is where the Shadow Blade comes into play. He got it for the attack speed after they won this fight.
I was always thinking, man, I do like it versus the Hawks for sure, but it more so speaks, I think, to the poor item options on Earthshaker now. More so than like the good ones. I don't know, like is Force really that bad? That's kind of what I get from this.
Mega creeps go to 4 Zoomers, and Sadboys will get a chance to, play it out. They haven't lost their base here, but this is a pretty desperate situation to be in.
They're just lurking there, smoked up. Oh, well, there's neutrals to grab. Oh, away we go.
Yeah.
Spell put some great start here.
Nice, yeah. Even lower electric vortex cooldown, plus the mana regen's kind of nice.
Right, that's just what they needed. He's got the overload attack damage as well.
And 31 Bloodstone charges, just, He's stopped getting kills and been getting a lot more assists, so, he's still a little bit of a ways to go to get that 22 kill mark.
Yeah, with the wipes we've been getting, it'd be close.
They're just posturing, waiting for Sadboys to leave their base. I think they also know Sadboys has no way to get those neutral items. They're basically shepherding them into the Radiant base, so that's going to give 4 Zoomers an even bigger advantage. Or PPD just has to Ghost Scepter dodge some daggers here.
But they're just stuck.
Need to be careful. Nice. 2 Hero Vortex on the backlines. Gunner goes in deep. Sammy Boy able to jump in, gets the Rubik here, but now they've got the Roar here. Can they bring down Sammy Boy? He's got no BKB. Sammy Boy luckily evading some of those right clicks. The impetuses couldn't quite bring him down. Looking to get some lifesteal as well as Fear. Has to be a little bit careful. Does still have the double lives here. Gunner.
Oh, his mana's getting burnt.
Yeah. All these Bloodstone charges regens it so damn fast. And with the Death Ward on the higher ground, Gunner going to go on the backlines, catch out 3 here, the walk-in, Shadow Blade, Echo Slam. Who needs a Blink Dagger when you've got the Shadow Blade? As GG is called. Very stylish finish.
Yeah, almost like a repeat of Game 1 in some ways, where there were moments where things looked good for Sadboys, but it felt more so like mistakes from the Zoomers compared to like huge outplays or something from Sadboys. And I mean, the mistakes were on both sides. It was some rough Dota all around. Perhaps the nerves getting there, the tension of what these results could mean for the league.
I think it definitely showed a little bit in the way the teams were playing that they were teams that you could tell weren't really fighting to try and make it to a major or anything. Like the two teams weren't playing their best Dota. They were good, interesting games, and you can see the skill there, but it didn't feel like, some of the more recent series, like, when Quincy, EG are playing each other, when Undying's playing, like, these teams know every win matters because they're trying to get to the major. These teams just looked a little kind of defeated at times.
Yeah, as you said before, perhaps they're not too worried about tiebreakers on the side of Sadboys, but Yeah, so Zoomers, I mean, it's a good way to end the season. Certainly a bit of a disappointing one for them. I'm sure they wanted to place in that top 2, but at least getting a couple more points up there on the cash prize for the league. Can't forget about that. We do actually give some money out to those who aren't going to the major. So there you go.
An extra $1,000. And I think the story with 4 Zoomers could have been very different, because if their schedule was that they played EG Quincy Crew the last 2 weeks, we could have been talking like hyping up like, man, this team, they're 4-0 or 4-1. They could be making the major. Just the way the schedule worked is they got 2 losses on week 1 and week 2. So it never looked like they're going to the major just because of this rough schedule, kind of. But unfortunately, that ends the season 1 for both. Not for Sadboys. They still got tiebreakers, but for 4 Zoomers, I believe they will finish in 4th place. And we're gonna go back to the panel. They can tell us a bit more about what this means, as well as get us ready for our next series of the day, where we've got a very important lower division match. So we'll see you then.
Welcome back, and that does it for our first series of the day. It's 4 Zoomers who get it done in 2 games, a 2-0. And it's Sadboys now who face a tiebreaker situation, which I'm sure we'll talk about more. I'm back now with Sunsfan and Jenkins. Gentlemen, Zoomer season comes to a close now, and they will finish with a 4-3 record. The 4 Zoomers, that 4th team at the moment in NA. Sunsfan, how do we feel about this series and their closing now of the season?
Yeah, they had their ups and downs. You could see that there's a slight, I don't think it's a huge separation from the top teams. Maybe half a tier or something like that, because even in this game, there's some slip-ups against the Sadboys team that without mincing words, let's just go through the actual game. So Gunnar started off being an absolute beast on Storm Spear. He was like 12-1. Then he had a really costly death that cost them a Roshan. That was kind of like a glimmer of hope for Sadboys. And then they were in that bottom lane push. That was maybe the weirdest fight I've ever seen, where they just, with Aegis, they get decimated.
Yeah, it wasn't a fight. It was
Fear
like
on Wraith King was like,
yeah.
No, but that's the thing. Like, they were pushing. Fear on Wraith King was in front of the tier 2, and the rest of his team was like 2,000 units behind, like deciding what they wanted to do. And eventually they try to TP out, and all 3 TPs get canceled. Like, I don't want to look into this too much, but that just looked like there's, again, I have no idea what's actually going on in comms. That just felt like one of those moments where somebody's like, go in, and another person is like, no, let's leave. And they just couldn't decide. Kind of like,
I actually caught what happened there. I know the caster's like,
Okay.
well, what the hell? Like, how was he there? I caught what happened. So Fear, there was a blood right, and then Fear ran towards the base to get out of the blood right, and then everybody else ran back. And so Zoomers were like, what the hell? Get this idiot. Like, he's way out of position because he was trying to dodge the blood right. And like, you're Wraith King, right? So you're like, oh, I'm going to respawn a second time. I'll be fine. But it's like, this ability is so big that like, if one guy's running towards the enemy base and then everybody else runs the other way, it's like kind of an easy kill, even if it's a Wraith King. And then Ocean with the 3-man fissure. Good Lord, that's got to be depressing. Like, after that, I don't care how the rest of the game goes. There's no way you win that.
All right. Well, we actually do have a winner interview here. We have Ocean joining us. Ocean, congratulations. A big win for you guys taking down Sadboys now. I know you are not destined to go to the major. That was already, set in stone before this series. So I want to ask, like, what is the motivator today when you're coming in playing against Sadboys? What is getting you psyched up to know that you want to score a win?
I mean, I don't think anybody was too motivated to play today, to be honest. We kind of just showed up and won, to be honest.
Damn.
We weren't. These guys are probably like the weakest team, one of the weakest teams. So we just kind of had fun today. So tried to play some Dota.
Well, definitely look fun. Certainly for yourself at the end, you got to pop off a bit on your Earthshaker. I'm sure you enjoy those moments, right?
Yeah, no, it's fun. Comfortable in the hero now. Just got some cool echoes and stuff. Always a good time.
All right. I have Sunsfan Jenkins here for burning to ask you some questions. So, Sunsfan?
I am burning and yearning for this question. So obviously we don't know what the future of 4 Zoomers is going to be like in terms of if there's going to be any roster change. I'm not going to ask anything like that. Like, as a team right now, what do you guys think you need to work on to get to that next level?
Well, there's not going to be any roster changes or anything like that. I'll answer that myself. You don't have to ask that. We're not. I mean, we're disappointed though we didn't get third. I think obviously we're disappointed we didn't get first or second, but I think we undershot our expectations a little bit. I think third was about where we would have liked to have been. Obviously, yesterday's match was like sort of the decider on that. So, but beyond that, I mean, for Zoomers, we worked pretty hard all last year with the online stuff. We didn't really get to play like Quincy and EG that much in scrims or anything like that. And this entire month, we've kind of been playing those teams like every day and in the matches. And sometimes to get better, you have to get a lot worse, right? So we, had to sort of break down a lot of fundamentals and get as good as them at those levels before we work our way back up. We had to learn, we'd get a lot better at a lot of parts of our game, and oftentimes it just means that you start to get worse at the other stuff, right? Because you're focusing so much on that. So this DPC was a lot of learning, a lot of getting better, and I don't think anybody is too discouraged about where we are as a team. Everyone's understands. So like we definitely learned a lot, and we can see a lot of improvement near the end here on the stuff that we've been talking about.
Awesome answer. Follow that one up, Jenkins. Good luck.
Hey, speaking of learning, I have 2 questions, not a mulligan. I'm wondering what your thoughts are on this Naga hero. I know you guys were picking it in basically like every position at the start of the DPC, but you just don't see it much anymore. Like, did you decide that that's just like not a good hero, or like the meta changed, or what?
I mean, there's a lot of like tactical talk, I guess, involving that. So I don't know how much my team would actually want to talk about that, but Naga's.
You can just say "fuck you, Jenkins."
That's
Classified.
fine. I've got mulligans. I've
Redacted.
got.
Naga's a fine hero, but I don't feel like I should probably go into too much of those details.
Okay. All right. I got a question regarding a real shit hero. When are we going to see the Ocean Pudge? Well, what's going on with that? Let's be real. That's not tactical. You're not picking Pudge, but what do you think about that hero? How unpickable is this piece of shit?
I think the heroes that are in the meta, it's pretty difficult. Playing Pudge versus Witch Doctor is a little sad, So there's some stuff that makes the hero not very good. I think that hero is a fun one to play in pubs, but probably needs some actual game meta changes to be better. I think some different dynamics have to happen in the first 10 minutes for that hero to get better. I think.
I'd like to mulligan one more additional question just to match Jenkins. Ocean, now that your season is over, are you excited for your team bundle to be released?
Oh man, I mean, yeah. I mean, I think we got a lot of good stuff in there. People are really gonna like. I'm looking forward to it. Absolutely, we've worked with some good people on it, and yeah, that whole situation is kind of new, so nobody really knows what to expect. But if I were to guess, I think it's gonna be pretty good, and it's gonna be good for the team. And I think the people that worked on it worked really hard, and they are gonna be proud to show off what they worked on.
All right, good shit.
Very good answer. Very good.
Ocean, congratulations on your win today, and good shit with the season. We look forward to watching you guys return. It's good to hear that there's not going to be any changes, and we look forward to season 2 of 4 Zoomers.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ocean.
Bye.
Make sure you guys go send some love to Ocean on his Twitter or hit him up in the chat or wherever you can find him. Props to him and, of course, the rest of the team on a maybe not in their eyes a successful season, but they did land at a spot that maybe most would expect this kind of team, who did have a few roster changes right before kicking into the league, had a bit of more of a difficult schedule than most, kind of going against some of the Titans right out of the gate. And then as you're kind of working out your chemistry, then you start going into matches that may not matter as much to you. But, good stuff from the 4 Zoomers. And, it's sad to say that's it. That's the last time we'll see him for quite a while.
Yeah, his answers were really eloquent. Glad to hear that. I actually did not know that they weren't able to really scrim EG or Quincy crew early on. So the fact that they had to play them so early probably had something to do with that. And that kind of, it's RNG in terms of the schedule sometimes. So that definitely did not help them out because they started out, I believe, 2-2 because of the schedule. I think we talked about they had the most difficult one of any team to start things out. So, but glad to hear there's no roster changes. I love hearing about like teams that maybe don't make top 2, don't make it or where they want to be, but they stick together and continue on. Viking, another one of those teams that I look to, which very unfortunate for them that they are in the toughest region in all of DOTS. But ever since, what was that team? Ad Finem. That's when I really started to like this idea of just people staying together, toughing it out. Eventually, you'll get over that hump.
Right. He's definitely right about this like idea of you have to be basically shit at a bunch of like fundamentals in Dota, like all the other fundamentals in Dota, if you're focusing your energy on like learning one thing. And that's why it's unfortunate that they went against like the toughest opponents right at the start. Because if that is a period where they're like learning some fundamentals, like, okay, like guys, as a team, like we need to stand on high grounds more, like our sweeping across the map needs to be faster, like whatever it is that they're trying to focus on, everything else is going to get worse. And so if you're playing against EG and all of your everything else other than that one thing that you're working on is like lower a tier, then you're just done, right? So it's unfortunate, but it's really good that they come through in the end, because I think for next season, this is actually a team that could be taking a slot at TI for NA, possibly. Like they're actually within the tier spectrum where like they could rise up a tier quite easily, and they have before. So at the very least, we're not going to have another Viking GG scenario with Zoomers, which is nice.
I want to take a moment here, production, to look over the current standings for the upper division now that we'll be getting ready to shift to lower division action. And I'm sure for Zoomers, that their series or season rather ends here and they're not going to major. I would imagine they're going to be hoping that whatever teams do go to the major for NA succeed and do very well. I imagine, let's say a world where Quincy and EG go off to the major and succeed, both of them placing maybe top 5, top 4. We could see another spot open up for NA possibly in future seasons, and a team like 4Zoomers could suddenly climb the way into the picture of TI a bit easier. So, rooting on NA moving forward, I imagine. But the other big story here with this result means that we have a three-way dance tiebreaker between Sadboys, A-Team, and Black and Yellow. Only two of these teams can stay in the upper division. One team must go and join 5-Man Midas and being relegated to the lower division. And now with Sadboys dropping that series, gentlemen, they're going to be involved in this three-way dance. I mean, based on what Fear said, it's very sticky, icky to get involved because these are best of ones. And I don't know if you want to go against an A-Team or Black and Yellow in a best of one.
Yeah, anybody can come out. I mean, the cheese is real. It's truly Swiss cheese in that case, gentlemen. I don't know where that analogy was going exactly, but I mean, I would say of the three teams, like lately, Sadboys has actually looked the worst. Easily, like Black and Yellow has had some good games recently. A-Team, we've talked about their constant aggression. They've looked pretty good. So, again, it's hard to just not look at the roster of Sadboys and think that they're going to be the favorites. Of course, it's going to be 2 out of these 3 teams going forward anyway. So either way, it's going to be a really hype day.
Man, I'm going to be honest. I feel like if Sadboys just plays like it's a pub, their individual skill should be able to carry them against A-Team and Black and Yellow. At least that's what I would think like at the start of the season, when like Black and Yellow are and A-Team are these pub stacks. But they've actually like ranked up in echelon as like a team, like both of them. Like we talked to Jube in that hilarious interview, and he's talking about how like the captaining is like switching back and forth, and they're trying things, they're meeting up, and like that's it sounds silly, and it is like there's these funny things that happen, switching captains, all that shit, but that's figuring out your chemistry, right? That's figuring out what works. So it kind of feels like Sadboys is still a pub stack in A-Team and Black and Yellow aren't. But I feel like Sadboys individually, most people would agree that their players, I mean, literally 2 TI winners, right? And then they have TI second place player. I mean, they just have like a star-studded roster. They should be able to win that from playing like a pub. So I actually have no idea. I cannot predict between these 3 teams. I have no clue.
Yep. It's going to be an exciting one to witness. That, of course, going to be taking place later this week, actually on Sunday. There'll at least be those set of tiebreakers and possibly other tiebreakers depending on how that precious Undying versus Quincy crew matchup goes. If Undying take the win there, there'll be another 3-way tiebreaker to potentially take place on Sunday. And with that, we'll quickly peek at that schedule here. Today, we are not done yet. We have a very hype lower division matchup to come. Tig Dog Champ going against the Cut, a battle for the second spot to go into the upper division at stake. Thursday, Evil Geniuses versus 5-Man Midas. Sure, it should be a crushing on paper, but in a crazy world where crazy things could happen, if EG somehow lose that series, they do not go to the major at all. Quincy Crew versus Undying is the hypest series of the week that we're looking forward to decide what teams ultimately can go to the major. Saturday, This one, you know, it's hype as well. Byzantine Raiders versus the E-Boys here. It's a battle for who is going to stay in the lower division. And I've heard a birdie tell me that Eternal Envy has been subbing in for the Raiders. And, you know, Raiders still looking for that win. Could maybe finally pull out an upset they've been looking for. And then, of course, Sunday is going to be the big day. We certainly will be treated for at least tiebreakers between Sadboys A-Team and Black and Yellow. And then that's it, gentlemen. We sign off for NADPC for good, and we just wish our best to the NA teams that go off to the major and hope that they can succeed and we can get some more spots for more talented teams, right?
We're like birds and pushing our little boys out of the little bird boys out of the nest and hoping that they can fly and get more of our little bird boys out of the nest next season in the third slot for the DPC.
You know what? I could see you feeding them the way that birds feed their young, just vomit in their mouth. That's exactly what you do on the panel.
Would you
so,
say
great analogy,
verbal
actually.
diarrhea is
Exactly.
Yes,
something
that's
along
what I
those
would
lines?
say.
Okay.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
All right. Folks, we will take a break from all the diarrhea being spewed out on this panel now, but don't go too far. It looks like in just about maybe 20 to 25 minutes time, we're going to be right back in the saddle because we got an incredibly hype lower division matchup to come. It's going to be the cut. It's going to be Team DogChamp. We'll see you soon. But first, I forgot, we got our special returning series. It's the Twitch Cast series. We had some hype action happening on week number 4. Let's see what Twitch had to say about it.